and gentlemen, to call for the eradication of Sanatana Dharma is not political criticism. It is a call for genocide. All this while it was the BJP and Sanatanis who had been saying this. Now it is a judicial finding. Today, the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court has set the record straight, weighing in on one of the most explosive controversies in recent times. It quashed an FIR against BJP leader Amit Malviya, filed for sharing Udaynidhi Stalin's video. And while doing so, the court examined line by line, word by word, the 2023 speech of the now Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The verdict is unambiguous. The court held that the call to abolish or eradicate Sanatan Dharma cannot be dressed up as philosophical debate. It is a hate speech, plain and simple. High Court said that the specific Tamil expression used by Stalin Jr. carries implications similar to genocide, religiocide and culturicide. The judgment said that if someone says Sanatan Dharma, a religion followed by a large majority, should not be there, should not exist, should be removed, it logically implies that followers of that religion should not be there either. The court said, and I quote, synonyms for the word abolish are eradicate, eliminate, exterminate, destroy, annihilate, wipe out. In other words, it wasn't just an opinion or criticism, but a part of DMK and its ideological parent. DMK's 100-year-long tradition of serial attacks on Sanatan. Before we go any further, let's listen in to how Udaynidhi Stalin compared Sanatan Dharma to diseases like dengue, malaria and COVID-19.
இந்த மாநாட்டுடைய தலைப்பே மிகவும் சிறப்பாக அமைந்திருக்கின்றது. சனாதன எதிர்ப்பு மாநாடு என்று போடாமல் சனாதன ஒழிப்பு மாநாடு என்று நீங்கள் இதை போட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள், இதை அழைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பெயரிட்டீர்கள். அதற்கு என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்கக்கூடாது, ஒழித்து கட்ட வேண்டும். அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம். சனாதனம் என்பதை எதிர்ப்பதை விட ஒழிப்பதே நாம் செய்ய வேண்டிய முதல் காரியமாகும். எனவே இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு மிக பொருத்தமான தலைப்பு வைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், அதற்கு என்னுடைய பாராட்டுகள்.
BJP leader Amit Malviya was facing charge of distorting the comments of Udaynidhi Stalin. While quashing the case, the bench lamented that often those who initiate the most inflammatory speech go unpunished, while those who react are made to face the law. Armed with the verdict, the BJP is now demanding punishment for Udaynidhi Stalin. They want him to be removed from his post and face a case of hate speech. In fact, they are putting the entire India bloc in the dock, calling anti-Hindu hate a larger malaise. The DMK, however, finding flaws with the verdict. They have insisted that there is one party that has worked for welfare of Hindus, and that is the DMK itself.
The judgment of the Madras High Court, where the case against Mr. Amit Malviya was quashed, is erroneous. If there is a party which has worked for the welfare of the Hindus, that is the DMK party.
Udaynidhi Stalin now publicly apologize for his toxic hate speech which hurt and insulted the faith and sentiments of crores of people.
The Sanatan Dharma debate is already settled. The Deputy Chief Minister himself clarified that we are only against the eradication of inequality aspect within Sanatan Dharma.
When will Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the champion of all these rights and speeches which are hate speech, when will Mr. Rahul Gandhi demand that now Udaynidhi Stalin should be sacked and a case should be filed against him in Tamil Nadu? और जो इस्लामोफोबिया के नाम पे एक पूरी मंडली खड़ी हो जाती, तो ये लेजिटिमेट कंसर्न नहीं है हिंदू फोबिक बयान देना.
This is a landmark verdict because it doesn't just examine one speech, it exposes a pattern of serial attacks on Sanatan Dharma. So what do the self-appointed Samvidhan saviors have to say about this call for genocide by one of their own? Well, listen in.
This is a bit controversial issue, and of course, when the High Court has already given the verdict, what to say about this?
माननीय उच्च न्यायालय का निर्णय है, उस पर हम कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहेंगे क्योंकि अभी निर्णय हम लोगों ने नहीं पढ़ा है।
मुझे पता नहीं उन्होंने क्या कहा, इनने क्या कहा, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है आज कोर्ट ने क्या फैसला दिया है। अब कोर्ट का फैसला है, सबको मानना पड़ता है, मैं भी मानूंगा, आप भी मानो, सब मानेंगे, मेरे को नहीं पता दोनों के बीच में क्या है।
The loudest voices on free speech, the professional mourners of persecution, all conveniently silent today because when Hindu faith is targeted, they hit the mute mode. The excuse, it is a controversial issue, it is a court verdict. A court verdict is binding on all, but all these arguments go for a toss when the victimhood card can be played using the minorities. From A.R. Rahman controversy to Delhi demolition row to SC denying bail to Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam. Here are the same parties who are mum on Udaynidhi Stalin's statements, bringing out their megaphones to falsely scream Islamophobia.
तो ऐसा तो कभी किसी हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमान ने और सेकुलर हिंदुओं ने कभी सोचा भी ना था कि एक ऐसा वक्त भी आएगा हिंदुस्तान के ऊपर जहां हिंदुस्तान की दूसरी बड़ी आबादी को दबाने की और कुचलने की साजिशें की जाएंगी।
कोर्ट ने कैसे तय कर दिया कि जमीन उनकी है? कोर्ट को यह चाहिए था कि वो वक्फ ट्राइब्यूनल तय करता, वक्फ ट्राइब्यूनल को नहीं गया।
That's not where this hypocrisy ends. On the one hand, free hand is given to those vilifying Sanatan. On the other, there is a parallel attempt to paint an entire territory green. Listen in to AIMIM's newly elected corporator, the youngest one from Mumbai, Seher Sheikh, speaking of turning the entire area green.
आने वाले 5 साल बाद भी जब इलेक्शंस होंगे इंशाल्लाह, आप लोगों को उस इलेक्शन में इससे भी बड़ा मुंह तोड़ जवाब उनको देना है। पूरे के पूरे मुंब्रा को ग्रीन कलर से ऐसे रंगना है कि इन लोगों को यहाँ से बुरी तरह से पछाड़ के भेजना है इंशाल्लाह। हर एक कैंडिडेट इंशाल्लाह 5 साल बाद सिर्फ और सिर्फ MIM का आएगा, क्योंकि अब इलेक्शन में आप मजलिस की ताकत समझ चुके हैं और ये ताकत हमको अल्लाह से आती है। उन लोगों के घमंड की धज्जियां उड़ाई है आपने, जिनको लगता था कि हम ताल्लुक के मोहताज है, बट वो लोग ये भूल गए कि हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ अल्लाह के मोहताज है, किसी के बाप के मोहताज नहीं है।
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings me to the Motorola legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. Is it time to eradicate the hypocrisy of Islamophobia lobby? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Siddharth Yadav, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. M.R. Venkatesh, advocate, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow at the IPCS, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, and Shadab Chauhan, leader of the AIMIM. But my first question goes to Mr. A. Saravanan, national spokesperson of the DMK. And Mr. Saravanan, for all those who had stood up and said that BJP is a government that is afflicted by Islamophobia, today I want to ask you, after the Madurai bench's decision on the statements made by Udaynidhi Stalin in 2023, do you think now it is fair to say that you have phobia of the Sanatan Dharma and that that speech was actually a hate speech?
Navika ji, if someone who isn't aware of the political situation in the country, the history of how caste evolved or history of Hinduism, if somebody is going to just listen to your opening comments, opening statements, they would have thought, oh, Tamil Nadu is a hellhole. The rest of India is a safe haven. But you should remember, in the state of Tamil Nadu, there is no mob lynching. In the state of Tamil Nadu, the head of state does not go visit churches on Christmas Day, whereas everywhere else the churches and the Christmas celebrations were targeted. That is the kind of state we are living. That is the kind of state we have nurtured in the last 100 years. And again, the same mistake, what all the North Indian politicians are doing, again you want to perpetuate the same mistake. Again we are saying, please don't equate Sanatana Dharma with Hinduism. In the state of Tamil Nadu, we do not equate Sanatana Dharma with Hinduism. For us, Sanatana Dharma is representing the rigid caste hierarchy. When our leader says that we want to eradicate this, he means we want to eradicate this caste system. That is the DNA of the DMK party, to eradicate the caste system and ensure that nobody is discriminated on the basis of their birth. And this is the context. And of course, the BJP wanted to milk it. They were not able to do anything. They said, this is what it is, and so many people are saying there are no, you registered cases everywhere on hate speech. If there is some party which cannot speak about hate speech, which does not have the moral authority to speak about hate speech, that is the BJP. Where did they keep Mr. Kapil Mishra? And what happened to this Anurag Thakur? And what happened to the judge who ordered an FIR on Anurag Thakur and Kapil Mishra? He was shunted out in the midnight. Not some magistrate, not some district judge. He was a high court judge and he was not allowed to become the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court. Why? Because he ordered investigation, ordered FIR against the hate speeches of the BJP leaders in the 2020 CAA protest.
Mr. Saravanan? So what are you suggesting? That now are we to expect a transfer of a High Court judge who has given such a verdict? Are you saying that an impeachment motion will be moved against her as well? I'm asking you about the court's verdict today, sir. You are telling me the 100-year history, as if you are the only inhabitant of India. We are not citizens of India and we do not know what is happening, and that south of India is so far from north of India that we have not read about Dravidian history at all. Sir, give us some benefit of the doubt. We also have read, we have lived in this country, we know exactly what Tamil Nadu is and what the history of Tamil Nadu is. Just like we know the history of India. I'm asking you, what is your response to the unambiguous judgment that has come today that puts your government, your Deputy Chief Minister in the dock for making a hate speech and calling for the abolition of a dharma and genocide? That is the word used by the judgment. That is not my word. Saravanan sir, I would appreciate if you would respond to that.
Yes. You call that as unambiguous. But I would say it is mired in vagueness and ambiguity. What is the relevance of quashing Mr. Amit Malviya's case and commenting on what happened in 2023? Cases are registered. Already a quo warrant of a petition was filed. And the issue was already adjudicated. So there is nothing new this judge had done. And I would say this judgment is erroneous. Because you are making, this is the cardinal principle of jurisprudence. You are making allegations against somebody. You are going to give a finding against somebody. That person has to be heard. Any rookie, any first year law student will tell you this. I don't have to go teach somebody else this. And without affording an opportunity to the man who is condemned by the judgment, you are asking, oh, this judgment, this is how it is. I want to ask one question. You are talking about Sanatan Dharma and say both are equal. Sanatan Dharma is the same as that of Hinduism. All Hindus are Sanatanis. I am asking a question. There are beef eaters. Are they Sanatanis? What about beef eaters? Will they become, if they eat beef, will they become Sanatan practice, followers of Sanatan Dharma? What about meat eaters? There is a distinction. That is why I am saying what you understand is different. What we understand in the state of Tamil Nadu is different.
Okay.
And
all right.
the leaders.
Siddharth Yadav, please respond to Mr. Saravanan, who says you have not even understood what Hinduism is all about. Their Sanatan Dharma definition is different from your Sanatan Dharma definition. So kindly start at the bottom of the pyramid and start rebuilding the Hindu Dharma. That's what Sarvanan's response to you is. Please respond.
Good evening, Navika ji. When a sitting chief minister comes out and says that Sanatan Dharma is dengue malaria and calls for the eradication of Sanatan Dharma, this is no talk of any reform. This is hate speech. This is what exactly the Madras High Court has said today. This is Madras High Court has gone up to say, after hearing the entire video of the son of the chief minister and a sitting minister himself in the government, they have said that this is a call for genocide. This is not BJP saying. This is now, which is, this is a constitutionally valid and this is a word of the court of our country. But if you don't want to respect that, not our problem. Point number one. Point number two, do not try to lay this trap of a north and south, of a different understanding in the north and a different understanding in the south. What different understanding do you have? What history are you speaking about? This is not an issue of north and south. Sanatan Dharma is everywhere. Sanatan Dharma is eternal. Who are you to define Sanatan Dharma? Had your minister had the guts to speak a word against any minority faith, there would be fire all around. You would not be able to bear the brunt of that. You don't have the guts to utter a word for anything, but you have all the guts to say everything and anything that you feel about for Sanatan Dharma. Now you are teaching us what is Hinduism, what is Sanatan Dharma. Who gave you the right to call it dengue and malaria? Who gave you the right to call for eradication? And after all of this, Navika ji, when you say this, when your minister say this, you go after the person who puts it on social media and calls you out. You go after the person who's calling out the truth. And then you speak about democracy. This is an abuse of power. I am not saying this. The BJP is not saying this. The Madras High Court is saying this. You have done abuse of your power. You do not, at the first instance, register any case against the person who incites such hate speech. But you go after the person who questions it. Is that your rule of law? And now you're questioning that, oh, this is erroneous. Oh, the judge should not have said this. Oh, give a list. The DMK should give a list of what the judges in Madras High Court should do or not. Because I think that's what you're doing. When the Madras High Court bench would come forward and say, in the deeper issue, that what you're doing is communal, and it's actually the government of Madras which is creating these factions between communities, then you move for the impeachment of that particular judge. Now when the Madras High Court has exposed you and given a tight slap on your face by saying that you were the ones who were doing hate speech, and while there should have been a case registered against your minister, you went after the person who questioned it. It's such a tight slap on your face.
Serious question.
International television.
This raises very, very serious questions, Siddharth Yadav. And Ashwini Mishra, I just want to raise the observations made by the court. Sarvananji, I'll come to you. The observations of the court. Word abolish. Observation 1, word abolish means something shouldn't be there. Observation 2, remark meant Sanatan Dharma shouldn't be there. Observation 3, it means people of Sanatan Dharma shouldn't be there. Observation 4, the appropriate word for this would be genocide. Observation 5, if Sanatan Dharma is religion, then it is religiocide. This is what the court has said. Extremely, extremely damning observations made by the court. And Ashwini Kumar Mishra, I want to ask you, hate speech stops being hate speech when it is made by your alliance partners in the India alliance. It is only hate speech if the BJP makes it. While hate speech is wrong wherever it is, do you have the credibility to call out this hate speech as well? Because all this country has seen is silence from the Congress party, silence from Rahul Gandhi for 3 long years, not one word.
Navika ji, good evening to your viewers and fellow panelists.
And I agree to Siddharth today on one point, that Sanatan Dharma means a Dharma which exists for eternity. It cannot be eradicated, it cannot be destroyed. It means itself means that it will exist eternity. And I think the statement by Udayanidhi was about the malpractices in Sanatan Dharma, and he explained this as well, and it was put out of context. If still it is about talking about eradicating Sanatan Dharma, because it cannot be eradicated. Sanatan existed for eternity. The problem, Navika ji, which I am worried about, is where actually the Sanatan Dharma is confused with the Hindutva. The Bharatiya Janata Party, which is killing the very ethos of Sanatan Dharma and calling it Hindutva. I will tell you the fundamental difference between Sanatan Dharma and this Hindutva Bharatiya Janata Party.
I know that.
Sanatan
I
Dharma
know that.
stands for
मुझे ये सुनना होगा. I will hear it from a Sant Mahatma. I don't have to hear it from you, Ashwini. But I am saying, in Udayanidhi Stalin's statement, where was the difference that was made? He just used the word Sanatan Dharma and damned it that it should be removed. Like dengue, like malaria, like COVID. And that's what he said. There was no qualification that was made. And Mr. Saravanan, that's why I come back to you. I come back to you with the question. The Congress, and this is Jawaharlal Nehru no less, who wrote to Kamraj and, said about Periyar. Let's not forget what he said to him, calling him a lunatic and he should be in a lunatic asylum. Today, you both are sitting together and telling us the meaning of what Sanatan Dharma is. And during the hearing, I don't know Tamil. But from the judge, the meaning of the word Ozipu is what was, decoded by the judge. And she said that this means removing, eradicating, and gave all the synonyms. I just want you to put a hand to your heart and say, Saravanan ji, let's be fair. There is no finger pointing. It can be an error of judgment. We can say that we made a mistake. We went along with the flow. We shouldn't have said this. Mistakes happen, even in political life, even by the greatest of people. But to stand there and defend that statement and actually point holes to the judgment today, is that right, Mr. Saravanan?
Yeah, see, if anything, it is a mistake or an error which has gone with the flow, that is this judgment. If you look at paragraph 22, the judge says, therefore, it is evident that there is a clear attack on Hinduism by the Dravida Kazhagam and subsequently along with by Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam for the past 100 years. I don't know from where the judge had supplanted this theory. Probably that is her own belief and ideology. Can that become part of the judgment? That is the question. And I am asserting it again. DMK is the party which is the savior of the Hindus. We are the party which brought in 69% reservation. For whom? For Muslims? For Christians? No. For Hindus. The BJP is claiming that it is a party which is working for Hindus. Why it did not bring in 69% reservation across the country? Why it did not do that? Because BJP is a party not for all the Hindus. BJP is a party only for the upper caste Hindus. That is the reason. That is the reason why. And they know in the state of Tamil Nadu, they will not be able to set their foot by saying that we are the saviors of Hindus. Because we are already doing the job. We have done that job in the last 8 years.
So this is all about positioning before elections, and that's why you want to prove a point that you are doing this for reform of Hinduism. Well, M.R. Venkatesh, the real saviors of Hinduism in Tamil Nadu is the DMK. The BJP cannot claim this. That is the political agenda. But on the legal side and in terms of hate speeches, what do you think about the speech, the judgment today?
Well, Navika ji, I am in your show after a very long time, and God bless you.
Welcome, sir.
Happy to meet you. Happy to meet you. Now, if DMK is the savior of the Hindus in Tamil Nadu, Hitler is the savior of the Jews in Germany. Let me be as blunt as that. The second thing my good friend Saravanan raised was also about the North-South divide and said North Indian politics are like this. And he made some crass remark. I hope my learned friend from the Congress party, Mr. Mishra, subscribes to the same views and also gets the same benefit of the reformist thought of Mr. Saravanan. I know Congress has now got used to getting slippered by the DMK day in and day out. And this is one other slippering that Saravanan does on public TV to Mr. Mishra, and Mishra will gladly swallow it. That is also another point that I would like to bring it. Now, as far as this judgment is concerned, now here is a state where the victim was conflated with the villain, and the villain got away as being a hero. They thought this was some B-grade movie, and they thought that the shame on the police, shame on the administration. It's absolutely crass that we had to go. Mr. Amit Malviya had to go up to the Madras High Court to relieve himself of the burden, and in the process, the court had to make certain observations because the provocator, the agent provocator, was the Deputy Chief Minister, who ensured that Mr. Malviya had to come with this particular statement. And what Mr. Amit Malviya did was to give a simple query, which was converted into a hate speech. And the hate speech, what Mr. Saravanan does is to decorate it and perfumate it and make it philosophize and seem it like it is some sort of a philosophical treatise. I'm sorry, Saravanan, you are wrong. Sanatana Dharma by name is eternal. No bloody dog can ever touch it. It has been there. So many asuras have tried it.
Parliamentary, sir.
No, I know that today dogs have a very exalted place in the courts and everywhere. So that's why I use it with great respect. Nobody can dare try to bring down...
Are you speaking about this panel?
No. I will not exalt this panel to any dog. So don't worry about it. So don't worry. If you don't want to get conflated with a dog, good. The dogs are very exalted species. So now come to this.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
So don't try to play with Sanatana Dharma. Several asuras have tried it and they have turned into ashes. Don't go into ashes. This is my humble suggestion to you. You're a younger brother. This is what I would advise you.
Well, Saravanan, counter.
See, it is one thing. In this debate, two of them spoke about Sanatan Dharma. There is only one thing they said about Sanatan Dharma. That is, Sanatan Dharma is eternal. We have a problem with that. Our understanding is that this eternity, you are speaking about this eternity is the caste system. Once you are born in that particular community, particular caste, that is eternal. And we are saying this is what Sanatana Dharma represents. This is our understanding. This is what we have been fighting against in the last 100 years. Let any of them define what is Sanatan Dharma.
Siddharth Yadav.
Please, we don't want your understanding.
If you say Sanatan Dharma is eternal, he will say caste system is eternal. He can only see the negative of Sanatan Dharma. He cannot see Sanatan Dharma as something positive. But this is not Hindu phobia. This is not Sanatan phobia. This has to be called, saving the constitution, Siddharth Yadav?
Absolutely.
So, Navika ji, I have strong objections to what Mr. Saravanan is saying. I do not care what his understanding of anything in this world is. I do not care. If he doesn't have the mind to apply and to understand what Sanatan Dharma means, I'm very sorry, it's not my job to teach him that. If you can't understand what Sanatan Dharma is, I'm very sorry, I'm not here to teach you that. But if you don't understand something, do not disrespect it. Nobody gives you the license to disrespect. What do you don't understand about Sanatan Dharma? How you can't define it? Sanatan is timeless. Dharma is duty. It's a way of life. The Honorable Supreme Court has laid it. The Honorable Supreme Court has told what Hinduism is and how it is a way of life. But you want to compare it with caste system. Caste system is not Sanatan Dharma. I'm very sorry. Quote a Hindu text in Sanatan Dharma. Quote a Vedic text which speaks about the caste system in this country. But the problem is, and my political argument around this, Navika ji, is that this is a very strategic political statement of the DMK. The DMK is not saying this because they are stupid. The DMK is not saying this because they don't understand Sanatan Dharma. They are saying this to appease a certain sections. They are saying this to have the best of both
because
worlds.
there is a pattern. And Vivek Srivastava, I want to ask you, there is a pattern in this. A. Raja, former union minister, what did he say? He said Hindu religion, this is not Sanatan Dharma. This is Hindu religion is a menace not only to India but to the entire world. The Supreme Court had also looked at this entire speech of Udayanidhi Stalin and called it a hate speech. I want to ask you, why is there no condemnation? Why is the India alliance suddenly so zipped up, so tight-lipped? Since the last 3 years, they haven't had the freedom of speech, or they haven't felt outraged to call out what this is. And what the court has today said this is a hate speech, nothing else. It is also an abuse of the process of law. I'm not saying it, the court has said it. No FIR against the person who makes the speech, but an FIR against a person who tweets. Sarvanan, coming to you, Vivek Srivastava first.
Yes, I think after listening to Mr. Sarvanand, all doubts have been cleared over here. If people don't want to agree, let them not agree. He is very clear. And let me tell you, if you go into the history of Periyar, he lived for months in USSR at that time, came back over here, started agitation. And you have to understand the Dravidian politics, the history of Dravids, the way the Dalits were subjugated to tortures, and that needs to be done. So they see the Sanatan Dharma and the Hindu Dharma where in a different light, and you have to appreciate it. Kala bolenge reservation mat do. All Hindus are same. Casteism hai nahi. Varn Vyavastha has been mentioned in many religious texts. There is a mention of
ये Nehru ji को समझ में नहीं आया. Did Nehru ji not understand? Because he called out Periyar, he called him a lunatic.
Yes, we had, yes, there were differences which the left also has with some views of Periyar, but there is absolutely no doubt, and there was a historic meeting between Mr. B.R. Ambedkar and Periyar at the time regarding the caste struggle. So you have to see it in that. You don't want to see it. I mean, Karunanidhi of the same party ruled for so many years.
Mitra, how convenient is this? We have differences, Nehru ji has differences, but the BJP cannot have any differences. If the BJP says something, then it is hate speech. If we all say something, then it is not hate speech. Simple, because they are the conscience keepers to the nation. Everybody else exists without a conscience, and what they follow is the good Hinduism. What we follow is the bad Hinduism. I think, is that the interpretation?
So, you know, Navika, this good Hindu, bad Hindu is exactly what America uses for Taliban and ISIS. Al-Jolani used to be a bad Muslim. The moment Al-Jolani started serving their interests, he became a good Muslim. So we've seen this joke throughout. But, you know, I want to completely endorse Vivek Srivastava, what he said, you know. Some Hindus have their own experiences with Hinduism, and we should respect that. So will he now respect Hindus who have very negative experiences with Islam and Christianity, saying what they want about Islam and Christianity? Vivek, will you support that?
No, I mean, and I think vice versa should also be agreed upon. I totally endorse the sufferings of the Shankaracharya. I agree. Shankaracharya is suffering today.
About Islam and
no justice for Shankaracharya.
He's not answering the question.
अब BJP decide करेगी अगला Shankaracharya कौन?
Anyway, can you fade him?
I am answering your question. Why don't you answer on Shankaracharya first?
It's a quick yes or no. You're not saying that.
Why don't you answer on Shankaracharya first? Are you saving the Sanatan Dharma by victimizing the Honorable Shankaracharya? Will somebody answer that?
Vivek Srivastava, let's not interrupt everybody. He asked you a question, yes or no answer, you can't give it. Please hold on. Allow Abhijit to complete his point.
On the 5th of June,
I can.
And this is where I want to ask
if there is a criminal Muslim.
Okay, I'm lowering everybody's faders. Abhijit, go on.
On the 5th of June, 1957, Periyar burnt a map of India. He called on his followers to burn the Constitution of India, and he was sentenced to 6 months in jail for it. This is also the root of Dravidianism. I want to ask Mr. Saravanan, will he condemn Periyar on this show now for burning the Constitution of India and calling his people to burn the map of India? Will you?
Mr. Saravanan.
Why should I?
Yeah,
You
there
condemn.
go.
You want, you condemn.
This is Dravidianism. You understand? This party supported the LTT. This is a party that the Congress withdrew support from being in government for being implicit in the killing of Rajiv Gandhi. What are we talking about? This is a party that was running a separatist scam that wanted to separate Tamil Nadu from India. We are taking them at face value. He is trying to make a false equivalence saying, oh, we are pro-Hindu but anti-Sanatana Dharma. This is, Hinduism is the exonym. What foreigners call it, Sanatana Dharma is what we call it. The same Periyar used to go around smashing idols. If Udayinidhi, now see, there are two explanations. One is Udayinidhi has had a very bad education, but if he's had a good education, he could just say we're opposing caste. Why do you have to say Sanatana Dharma? Then they claim, then their own argument in court is, oh, he didn't actually say wipe it out. He said abolish. Tell me something, that call for abolition, as he claims, came with calling it malaria, dengue, mosquitoes. Do you eradicate malaria, dengue and mosquitoes, or do you abolish malaria, dengue and mosquitoes? You think malaria can be abolished by an act of law? Abolition is an act of law. Eradication is a medical, physical act. So, you know, this is the kind of two-facedness these people have now. It is congenital to the so-called DMK's Dravidian movement. It has started with Periyar. And notice, he will still not condemn Periyar for asking to burn the constitution and burn the map.
But then they are rightfully the Save the Constitution Brigade. Yeah. We have to believe them that the constitution is in danger. They will save the constitution. Saravanan ji, please respond to the charges by Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. We don't want certificates on nationalism and our patriotism by the people or the stooges of the RSS. Our nationalism, our patriotism is well exhibited and the people know who we are. This is one aspect of the matter. I can go on elaborate how we were the only party which collected money when India was at war. We gave the highest amount in the China war.
Nobody is seeking any certificates from anybody. But the point of the matter is, when one religion is condemned in such a manner and called out by the courts, you are still coming out and saying, no, you are right and the court is wrong, the constitution is wrong, people are wrong, everybody else is wrong, but you are right. Saravanan, I mean, that is an extreme position to take.
Yes,
that is an extreme position to take.
Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. I'll answer that. Not an extreme position. I'll explain that to you. Yeah, give me 5 seconds. I'll answer in 2 parts. If you look at this, this is the picture of our Prime Minister, venerating Baba Saheb Ambedkar. When was this? This was on 6/12/2025. What did he say in this tweet? Today on Mahaparinirvan Divas, paid tributes to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar in Delhi. We will keep working with full vigor to realize his dream for our nation. Let's go. Let's go back to what Baba Saheb Ambedkar has spoken about Hinduism. I'll quote this from the print. This is not what I have imagined. The print, what they are saying is, Baba Saheb Ambedkar says, if Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, Hinduism is
that still does not give you the right to condemn and eradicate Sanatan Dharma. Baba Saheb Ambedkar never said that, there should not be a Hindu Raj, but there should be a Sanatan Dharma. He never said that the Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated. And Shadab Chauhan, I want to ask you, Sanatan Dharma can be called any names, but secularism remains intact. Sanatan Dharma can be called anything, but, law and order, constitution remains intact. But nobody can say anything about any other religion. Your youngest corporator can come out and say that Mumbai should become fully green next time. But saffron is a bad color. What kind of parallels are we creating in this country? What is this very, very, affected definition of secularism that we are trying to create?
Navika ji, we strongly condemn the word used by Junior Stalin. And second thing, you talk about our youngest corporator, Shahra Sheikh. She already clarified that she talked about party flag. Our party flag color is green. What's wrong? If our party worker is saying that we will work hard, we will win the heart of the people of our region and put the flag, our party flag everywhere, what's the problem in that? If she talk about a particular religion, then definitely we will we disagree with him.
Siddharth Yadav, respond. Simple. Party flag, green. Where is the communalism?
Navika ji, I can't understand the hypocrisy that's going on in your show tonight. But I think to respond to both Saravanan ji and Shahzad Charan, I'll first respond to Saravanan ji. Saravanan ji was quoting B.R. Ambedkar tonight, and he was saying what he's speaking about, what B.R. Ambedkar ji said about Hindu or Hinduism. I don't know where this quote is coming from, but I remember a quote of Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar about Islam, and he said the brotherhood of Islam is confined to Muslims alone, and as far as the rest are concerned, there is nothing but contempt and enmity. Do you subscribe to such thoughts?
Ladies and gentlemen, are we missing the woods for the trees? I just say one thing. Every religion is equal. But when the Hindu religion is condemned and calls are made for its eradication, is this not something that should be opposed? At least when the High Court comes out and gives a verdict, even then there are those who will defend it. Is this really secularism that we are talking about? It's a judgment for the people to make. For now, the courts have decided. What the DMK will do next? Well, we don't know. One judge's impeachment has been called for. The second judge, well, the jury is still out. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists. But before I go, we did a snap poll. The High Court says call to eradicate Sanatan is hate speech. Should DMK now apologize? Yes, say 85% of the people. No, say 8%. Can't say 7%. 85% people believe the DMK should apologize. Will they do so? Well, we'll wait and we'll watch. Leaving it there.